we'll go down to Matt at the end of the table. I mean, were there moments that you cringed watching it, or you thought, oh, I wish you didn't have that in?
Yeah, Stone and I were commenting on I wore PJ pants for one show. Like I had these long PJ pants. I was like,
Pearl
I
Jam
never
pants?
wear PJ pants when I play a concert.
pajamas.
Yeah. So that was a surprise. I normally wear shorts.
See, when you're Matt Cameron, that's about as bad as it can get. Like,
So were there finds when you were combing through all of this footage that were particularly, great? Like, it was great that you got this. And was there like a holy grail that you couldn't find?
No, the holy grail really was the piece of footage of Kurt Cobain and Eddie slow dancing at the VMAs. That had been talked about. Some people didn't quite remember it even happening. Other people swore there was somebody there with a camera. So with the help of the people that had the footage and some people that really wanted to help us get everything, we did find that footage, and it's so powerful. I was watching it again tonight. It's just such a human moment, and it is what happens outside the glare of the spotlight. They were really in a blender of media explosiveness at that time, and so here was this moment below the stage while Eric Clapton is playing Tears in Heaven, where Kurt and Eddie got to be alone and kind of express themselves as people. And the fact that it was on film is amazing, and it's so poignant. We also had 1 million concerts that had been filmed, and I think the guys hadn't put a lot of it out. And then they were great enough at a certain point. Jeff says the movie kind of snuck up on them because we've been working on it for so long. At a certain point, we started calling saying, gee, we'd like to do some interviews and like do them in your house so that they're personal and they feel like a conversation. So we started doing those interviews. And the guys really opened the door for us to look in all the nooks and crannies and see whatever we could find. And that's why I think we're lucky enough to have so many different things from so many areas of their lives, very little of which had been seen.
Mm-hmm. Eddie, what did you remember of that Kurt Cobain moment?
well, not that I had remembered it, but I saw it today for the first time, that the segment, maybe it was a little longer in the cut than what I had seen before, but it was, for a second the camera gets blurry or someone walks in front, and then actually you see Kurt look over and, go like this, and it's not saying like, don't tell anybody, or, keep a lid on this little private moment. It actually was because, again, on the stage above us, Eric Clapton was playing Tears of Heaven, which is a pretty quiet song, and we were jumping up and down and clapping and all that. So the first time I saw that footage, it was incredibly emotional. I think just because he's smiling, and you just think that if he just could have pulled through. And that's the thing about today. Maybe it's good that this movie kind of happened now, or not that we didn't. We've been in grateful mode and appreciation mode of each other for, I think, quite some time. The last few years, I think, has been a real graceful period for us. But it really does kind of. It's a galvanizing kind of moment to look at each other, and it doesn't happen that often. You look at all the crowd reaction, or the family of the family that is the people that come to see the shows, and it really it's just music. It's just guitars and drums and bass, and it's something that, to have it turn into this other thing, this kind of monument in a way. And it sounds like we're I don't mean to self-grandize, but it's really something to see it and witness it, and in this case be reminded of it, have it right there in front of us, so we can appreciate it even more, and know that we have a really strong base to go the next 20.
I mean, I would think your goal always was to get beyond it's just music and push it to somewhere else.
But it's like catching a butterfly. you can't grab it too hard. You can't just, it's really a delicate thing. And these aren't just, these are like five men who used to be teenagers or who met in their 20s. And, if you've ever tried to order a pizza with 5 people, it's difficult. So to have gone to this other level of being able to, create records and songs that are different than the last songs that you'd written, and put on shows and have each one be different, and just to be able to, I think one thing we're very fortunate with is, without having known each other for, just having kind of come together at this quick moment to have all these people that are into long relationships. It's a very lucky thing. Because then you get to higher planes of communication and higher planes of, every time you accomplish another thing, it gets, there's another plane. You've kind of elevated again, and it kind of keeps going up. It doesn't stay this way or go down. It just kind of keeps going up, and that's a long relationship thing.